Good morning, friends. I'm Scott, and this is Emma from the 50 Week Website Podcast. We are here today to talk about goals. Before we get started, I'd love for you to subscribe to our channel or leave us a question or comment below. As always, all of our links and emails are in the description. Emma just wanted to say hi. You'll hear her crying in the background later. All right, let's get started with our goals. So, how do we set goals? I use 3 easy steps. First, you have to make big goals. Second, you have to put those goals into specific categories. And third, you need to make small goals. Let's talk about each step as we go. Okay, so how do we make big goals? First, we need to figure out why are you doing this? Okay? You have to figure out what is motivating you. All right? If you're having trouble figuring out your motivation, maybe you have the wrong project, or maybe you need to read a book about motivation and see what really gets you going, right? Because if you're not motivated to do your project to the best of your ability, it's never going to be a success in the first place, all right? But if you've chosen the right project and you're motivated to do it, number two is, how does your perfect world look? Okay, don't limit yourself on this. Okay, so if you want to own a mansion in Hawaii, write down mansion in Hawaii. If your big dream is to be on the cover of Vogue magazine, write that down. Don't limit yourself at all. Okay? Brainstorm as many ideas as you can, and these are big dreams. Okay? All right. Now we have to put those big dreams into categories, which is our second step. So, you have to give these categories a name. I have fitness, finance, and professional. All right, maybe you have 2 categories, maybe you have 4. Give them each a name, and you're going to make it permanent. Okay? These big goals won't really change that much. So if your goal today is to own a mansion in Hawaii, and 3 years from now is to own a mansion in California or something, it doesn't really make much of a difference, right? It'd still be nice to own a mansion today or 5 years from today. All right? So our big goals aren't going to change much once we get them into categories. All right, next we have our small goals. Okay, so how do we accomplish our big goals? We accomplish them with our small goals. All right, let's say our big goal was to buy a mansion in Hawaii. Well, how do we get a mansion in Hawaii? Well, people have them, so it's like possible. It's not like I want to fly without an airplane. All right, so how do they do it? Well, they have a lot of money. Okay, how do they get a lot of money? Well, they probably invested or they have a great job. Do you have a great job? Do you invest a lot? No? Well, how do you get a great job? You go out and you get an education. Okay, how do I get an education? I had to apply to a school. So maybe your very first small goal is just to apply to one school. All right, that's an easy enough goal. Now, it's not a goal until you write it down, and even then, I don't consider it a goal. For me, a goal is something you write down. All right, so you have a wish, you write it down, it becomes like half a goal, but you have to hold yourself accountable. And the way I do this is I tell someone else. I tell everyone on YouTube, on my podcast, on the website, people around me, what my goals are. That holds me accountable. That makes it a real goal. So tell your husband, tell your sister, tell your best friend. I don't care who you tell, but tell someone who's going to keep you accountable. Now, your small goals, unlike your big goals, are going to constantly change and you're going to adjust them. Okay, let's talk about our mansion again. Let's say we wanted to invest now. All right, so we're not investing millions right now. Let's start small. Let's say we want to buy a share of stock in Apple. Right now it goes for about $143. It's called 150 bucks. So my small goal is to save $150 so I can buy one share of Apple. All right? Once I hit that goal, I'm going to change it and adjust it. So now my goal is to buy 5 shares of Apple, and that'll be about $750. So my goals are getting a little bit bigger. And you can see as you accomplish these goals one after another, we're just building and building until we have our big giant goal, which is our mansion. All right, so let's talk about my big goals before Emma wakes up. Professionally, I want to help 1,000 families. I want to complete programs for grades 3 through 8. I have the SHSAT program done right now, but I need to finish my other 6 programs. My fitness goals. I want to lose 50 pounds by my daughter's first birthday. I'm deep into this already. I've lost 17 pounds, so I'm about, a third of the way. And it's getting harder and harder each week, but we're going for it. I also want to play volleyball without a shirt on. I don't know, it's always been a dream of mine. I kind of got there last year, but it wasn't perfect. But I want to be able to play volleyball and feel good about myself without wearing a shirt. Financially, I want to own two homes. I want to own a home here in New York, and I want to own a home somewhere where there's no winter, so I can spend my summers in New York and my winters somewhere else. Number two, I would like for my wife and I to both be able to quit our day jobs. All right, that way we can live completely financially independent. So, what small goals am I going to use to try to accomplish my big goals? Professionally, I'm going to sign up one member at NY Math Tutor. I'm going to sign up one tutoring session from the website. And I'm going to sign up one new family from my Park Slope advertisement. These are all goals for July, by the way. My fitness goals, I want to do P90. It's a workout program, 4 times per week, every week in July. I want to go to no delis in July. If you've ever been to New York, you know that there's a deli on every street corner. They are poison for a diet. They have sandwiches, they have soda, they have chips, candy bars, pastries. They have everything that I'm not supposed to eat, so I got to stay out of there. I want to run 2 times every week in July, and I want to get my weight down to 220 by the end of July, which is actually a pretty big goal for a small goal. Financially, I want to make $50 per month on Amazon, $50 per month on the website. Hopefully, I do both of those in July. I want to cover my expenses for July. I'll go over those in the podcast. And I want to earn $1,000 per week tutoring by the end of August. Normally, August for me is really slow. Kids aren't even back in school yet, so I'm not making that much money. In January and February, I make $1,000 a week, no problem. But to do that in August would be a pretty good accomplishment. All right, so those are my small goals. They're going to help me accomplish my big goals one step at a time. Again, please remember to subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, and we will see you next time. Have a good day.